Hello everyone, welcome to episode 61 of this awesome, amazing Osu Let's Play series. In the last episode, I talked about breaks and the importance that it has on improving in general, and in this episode, I want to talk about the difference between pain versus strain. This is something that I think is commonly asked about, commonly warned about, and sometimes it's very hard to even tell the difference. You know, these terms get thrown around a lot, so I'm going to try my best to explain them in this episode. But before I get into that, I'd like to shout out, as usual, that I live stream every single day over at twitch.tv, so that will be linked in the description. But if you want to hang out with me or watch me play this game live or ask me questions, anything like that, please stop by, say hello. I stream every single day. So yes, also bonus points if you tell me that you came from this Let's Play series. We'll be very happy to see you there. So let's get started. So ultimately, when people talk about pain versus strain, they are usually referring to your tapping hand and pushing either speed or stamina. These sort of physical aspects of play. And if you've ever worked out before or, done weight training, anything like that, then this concept should actually be very easy for you to understand. It is just, basically strain is the sort of sensation that is okay to continue playing under certain conditions. You want to probably rest for a couple minutes after that map when you finish it, but basically strain is that, let me try my map. So strain is the sort of more dull feeling that you get in your hand or forearm or something. Just the more dull feeling that's almost like a burning sensation as opposed to pain. Okay, let's talk about pain. Okay, and I also talked about this in my episode 2 episodes ago, 59 was it? Yeah, 59 on habits, different habits. Talked about making sure you learning how to tell the difference between the two. So pain is the more sharp sensation of either on your hand or wrist or just actually anywhere. It can be anywhere. Actually, it can be anywhere. And it's basically if you feel like you're fighting against your body to continue playing a certain map, then you are actually in pain, and that is your body trying to tell you to stop. It is the closest your body can get to actually telling you to stop. It's like your body's best effort. It's like, hey man, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're trolling. You're actually trolling if you keep doing this, because I'm in pain. That is your body is just screaming for help. If your body actually had a voice, I'm pretty sure this would be much less of a problem. But unfortunately, that's not the case. But let's see. Okay, what is a banger? Let's go. This is a banger. Well, AR is kind of high, 9.5. Okay, it's not actually that high. Okay, I believe in myself. I'm just not a high AR sight reader. Okay, but I will do my best. Okay. So largely, okay. So when you are feeling strain, I don't want to promote the idea that you can just sort of play it as if you're feeling perfectly normal, because strain can very quickly become pain if you do not rest, even for a couple minutes. You just sit there, stretch out your hand. Okay, stretching. Oh my god, stretching. Okay, let's talk about stretching and warming up. Okay, because stretching. Okay, this was also mentioned pretty extensively or exhaustively in the episode on habits. Oh yeah, nice stream, nice. But stretching and making sure you warm up properly is so important, and that especially is true for preventing injuries, and that ties almost one-to-one with pain versus strain. You want to make sure that you're stretching not only as warm-up at the start of a session, but also if you're having a very long session, then you're going to want to stretch, between maps, or just, every now and then just go through your same stretching routine. Honestly, even just standing up, stretching your whole body every now and then is really, really nice for making sure you don't get too stiff. I know some people have like exercise balls. I think Bubbleman, for example, uses what's called like a power ball or something like that to warm up. I've thought about trying it myself, but I have never gotten around to it. But I don't know, maybe one day I'll try it. But yeah, really anything that works, just stretching out your hands, making sure you're nice and loose. It's really, really important. If you are stiff and or like if you didn't really warm up properly in a certain session, that is like a free way to just, I don't know. Oh, look at these sliders, look at these sliders. This map is God mode. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, not being warmed up at the start of a session is just kind of a gimme for both not playing well and also just, I don't know, injury. It's a lot sooner that you'll find yourself in pain if you don't warm up. And speaking of which, when I tell people about like the types of maps that they should play to warm up, I typically say you can pretty much play anything to warm up except for maps that require you to be warmed up to play them, and that is typically the more physically demanding stuff. The stuff that's outside of your skill range, things like that. Personally, I'm a strong advocate for warming up with fundamental stuff and stretches. I think that is like the ideal warm-up because obviously for one, you're getting your fundamental, or you're getting your like, you know, more calm basic stretches, like basic movements, I guess, like loosening out your fingers, things like that. But you're also, okay, so you're warming up your fundamentals and you're also training your fundamentals at the same time. And that is actually really, really valuable because a lot of people tend to neglect their fundamentals a lot when playing this game. Because they're like, oh, I just want to get better, I want to be like Vaxei and Mr. Ek and White Cat, and I'm going to be so good at Osu, and it's just insane. And I'm just going to play all these hard maps that they do. And I don't have time for these 3-star maps that, you know, when I started playing Osu, I jumped straight to 5 stars because I'm just going to be just the greatest Osu player. Yeah, although people tend to underestimate exactly how valuable fundamentals are, or like how important they are. So if you train fundamentals at the start of your session, it helps you warm up and it also gets that fundamental practice in, so you don't have to worry about it later in the session. And making it a habit to warm up with your fundamentals is, I think I'm a very strong advocate. Okay, you guys, if you've gone through my channel, if you've seen OCPHD especially, then you probably, that it comes as no surprise. But yeah, let's see. Oh, Blue Amber, this map is so good. Okay, let's see. So in general, okay, so honestly, the idea of like understanding the difference between like pain and strain ties very closely to taking breaks as well. Ideal session is as far as like training some sort of physical like limit is you warm up with stretches and some fundamental stuff, and then you gradually work your way up in BPM from a BPM that's relatively comfortable for you all the way up gradually. Okay, keyword gradually. Up to a BPM that is sort of outside of your comfort zone, and or either that or just like, you know, stamina intensive past your comfort zone, something like that. And between each map, you're probably still warming up as you're scaling up in BPM or whatever. You want to like stretch between each map as well, even in those practice sessions. Or not practice session. Yeah. Even like between maps in a given practice session, you want to like take some rest every now and then, and just rest for like 2 or 3 minutes. Just, I don't know, check Discord or something. I don't know. That's usually what I do. And or like, I don't know, check something. You can just like, you can just do whatever you want. Okay, but just, I don't know, sitting there and not being very physically active for a couple of minutes between maps is really important, especially if you're feeling strain. If you're feeling strain, then, you know, finish the map if you can. If you're not feeling too, like, if the strain doesn't become pain, then definitely, I think, what is it? Oh, look at that pattern, insane. Yeah, finish the map, and then before you start another map, I would say just rest for a couple of minutes, and then you can get back into it. Stretch out your hand if you need to, stretch out your wrist, things like that. One thing I also want to mention, so regarding strain, so your tapping technique, or your technique in general, this also applies to your aim hand, to be honest, but I think largely it happens with tapping hand. But the amount that you tense up, or like your technique in general, is really, really important when it comes to, I don't know, improving at this stuff. Technique efficiency, okay, and being as loose as possible while still maintaining stability. Oh, okay, I don't know why I tried single tapping that. Okay, anyway. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, strain. Okay, strain. Okay, when people say strain is good, that does not mean tensing up your hand. Strain means like, despite being as relaxed as possible, your arm sometimes starts feeling a slight burning sensation because you're working it. You're working your, muscles or whatever in your arm, I think ideally, but like your forearm, but I mean, okay, it's not all muscle. Okay, I shouldn't put it that way. That is misleading, I would say. So yeah, it is not necessarily muscle, but yeah, honestly, the physical aspect of like tapping in this game, a lot of it just comes to like refining your tapping technique, and like minimizing excess movement, keeping your hand as relaxed as possible in a way that still offers stability and I don't know, accuracy. I almost want to say the word fluency, but that doesn't make any sense. But look at these sliders, insane. Snap is so good. Oh, spin! Oh, 600. Okay, let's go. 680. God mode. Good mode. Okay. Yeah, on OSU Laser, in case you guys were surprised by that, you can spin way past the 477 limit by just like jittering your cursor in the middle of the screen. So Laser's a lot more responsive to like jittering your cursor. But yes, technique efficiency. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me find one more map to play. Relatively short. Okay, DMCA? Or not DMCA. Copyright? Okay. Am I gonna get copyright for this map? Song? That is a good question. Let's find out. Yeah, if this video... Okay, if you didn't get any ads in this video, well, you typically do get ads, then this is why, okay? But... okay, yes. Okay, to summarize, okay. You do not want to keep playing the game when... okay, the English lyrics are actually throwing me off. I typically don't play songs with English lyrics in this series, I feel like. Okay, I'll just keep playing. Okay, if you are feeling pain, like sharp pain, that is literally your body telling you to stop. That is like the closest your body can get to like literally grabbing your hand and like stopping you. And that is something you need to respect, okay? I remember, okay, so RyuK did a live stream once talking about speed. There's a VOD of it on YouTube. I'll try to link it in the description and in the card in the top corner. But basically, what is it? You have infinite time to like improve every day, like practice every day, like a little bit every day. But if you have to recover from an injury, then that severely limits the amount of time that you have to improve. Also, okay, another thing to, okay, just to sort of drive it home, this is sort of coming from another angle of this topic, but when you continue playing after you're already starting to feel pain, you are not, okay, diminishing returns, okay, you are not really getting any value out of that next map that you're playing. Let's say you're trying to get better at stamina, and you are like just straining your hand so hard, it's super tense. It's, oh my god, I'm gonna play this long stream, KHC method, let's go. And you end up like straining your hand super hard. You are not really gaining anything out of that. I think the more ideal practice comes from like practicing being as relaxed as possible and drilling stamina gradually and like gradually increasing your limits. If you are trying to brute force, okay, brute forcing doesn't really work. Okay, I'll just put it that way. Working your way up gradually and I don't know, following the other tips that I mentioned in this episode, stretch a lot. Don't overstretch. That's also okay. Fair warning: do not overstretch. That is also something that can happen, and you can injure yourself that way as well. So stretch gradually. Stretch at your I don't know, comfort level, full range, or whatever is comfortable for your range of motion. Okay, I'll put it that way. But it's just a quick little episode talking about the difference between the two. Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully if you were confused at the start of this episode, then hopefully you are a little less confused now. And if you have suggestions for future topics, please leave them in the comment section, because I do read all the comments on these episodes. And yeah, if you're watching in the future, definitely check out my channel. I upload every single day. And also stop by my Twitch streams, please. I stream every single day. I get lonely sometimes. So I would be very happy to have you guys stop by, hang out with me. And yes, with that, see you guys next time.